Hello, Internet! Repel here, and we have a Wi-Fi battle for you! This was quite a fun match, and honestly, I'm just so pleased to have fought just really talented trainers in this whole like Sun and Moon series. Learning new Pokemon is quite hard, and I applaud like some of my viewers that are just learning how to play competitively. Like, learning how to play a game competitively is not easy. It takes a lot of devotion, it takes a lot of time and commitment. And I could honestly say the same. Like, I'm trying to pick up Hearthstone right now, and there's just so much to learn, like, honestly. And I'm just so glad that I actually learned how to pick up Wi-Fi battling, like, so quickly and so fast. I wouldn't say I'm, like, a complete professional. I'm nowhere near it. However, I think I'm, getting there. So my opponent does lead off with the Palossand. It's a good choice because I actually lead off with Torkoal. A Solar Beam coming from my Torkoal actually cannot kill. It's very unfortunate. I do bring out the Drought. Yes, this is actually an offensive Drought Torkoal. As you guys know, Torkoal now has the ability Drought, and honestly, I absolutely love it. Like, yeah, I understand Mega Charizard Y might still be better, but even so, I like Torkoal. Torkoal can at least go for Rapid Spin, which Charizard cannot. So he does go into his Komala after I sent out my Celesteela, and I'm like, that's fine, I'm just gonna go for Leech Seed here anyway. He doesn't have any grass types, he doesn't have any Sap Sippers, so I'm just free to go for the Leech Seed and just grab as much as I can. Now, he might be like a Rapid Spinner, he might be a Wish Passer, he might be a Bulk Upset, I don't know. Komalas these days are very, very versatile. I went ahead and go for Fire Blast because it actually does a good amount, because the sun is up. But from that range, we can definitely tell that this Komala is just a special wall. Very similar to my old Komala that I used in my other Wi-Fi battles. So I was just like, well, there's really nothing he can really do to me, and I figured he actually might switch out this turn. So I'm actually going to go for a Leech Seed again. That's right, I actually went for a Leech Seed again. If he did stay in, I would look kind of stupid. But I'm so glad he did not stay in so that I can land my Leech Seed once again. Now Salazzle is terribly, terrifyingly horrifying. Like, seriously. He will just go for any fire move, and in this drought sunny day, most likely the Salazzle will destroy me. So I'm switching out, expecting any fire move, and I'm going to go into Toxapex. However, my opponent predicts that really nicely and goes for a substitute. But then I'm thinking, you know what? I do still have Leech Seed. Like, if you really want to stay in and go for substitutes, you're going to lose a lot of HP, my friend. Like, a lot. So look at that. Like, honestly, that's pretty sweet. Like, I just love getting some free HP. So sign me up. He's switching out, and now he goes into his Komala once again. And he is comatose, so I cannot even burn him. Now, most Komalas have Rapid Spin, not all, but most. And I cannot burn this Komala, and not to mention, my weak little damage will just be negated thanks to Komala's Wish Pass. So I figured, let's just try it out. Go for Toxapex and bait my opponent to go for a Rapid Spin. Maybe he doesn't have Rapid Spin. Maybe he does. I'm not sure. I'm just going to set up my first layer here. Wow, he just went for his wish. He does get his wish next turn. So as a matter of fact, he actually does have Rapid Spin. So then I'm thinking, you know what? Even so, like, let's say he does have Rapid Spin. He has wish. Like, what can he do to me? Like, yeah, sure, I cannot burn this Komala. And this Komala can heal himself. But at the same time, so can I. Toxapex can learn Recover. Toxapex can just keep using Toxic Spikes and Scald. And honestly, that's going to be a huge, fat stall war here. But that's not what this battle is all about. No, sirree. I'm actually just kind of trying to bait my opponent to go for one more Rapid Spin, so that I can bring out my Ghost-type Mimikyu and Spin Block him. As you guys know, Rapid Spin will not work if the other Pokemon is a Ghost-type. So I'm going to go for the Toxic Spikes, excuse me. And it is revealed that he actually has Earthquakes, so then that actually kind of changes this battle. It's not quite stally anymore, but it still does around 30% health. So I think I went for the second layer of spikes here. It's all good, fine and dandy, and like I said, my opponent can do several things here. You know, he can go for a Wish and go for Rapid Spin, or he can keep going for Earthquakes. I'm not really sure what he can do. I just want to kind of gauge at his playing style, and I want to predict what he's going to do next move so that I can actually spin block him. So here I'm going to go for Toxic Spikes, and this will be the last time I go for Toxic Spikes, okay? You guys don't have to worry about seeing Toxic Spikes anymore. I'm pretty sure you guys are so sick and tired of seeing it, but this will be my last time using it in this entire battle, okay? So he does go for the EQ. And like I said, none of us is really threatening each other. Even if he has Earthquake, it's not that threatening because I can go for Recover. Now after going for Recover, most likely my opponent now will just go for Rapid Spin next turn. That's my guess. That's honestly my guess. So I'm predicting the Rapid Spin here, and I am going to switch out into Mimikyu. And hopefully, let's pray, cross our fingers, that my opponent actually went for the Rapid Spin. And he did go for a Rapid Spin. I'm like, alright, sweet. So I'm going to go for my first Swords Dance. Now, honestly, I'm not like a huge fan of Mimikyu. I love Mimikyu, you know, as most people do, you know. It has wonderful typing, it has a wonderful ability, and it has sick-ass moves. And overall stats are pretty good, too. However, like, it just doesn't work with me for some reason. I'm not really sure why. You know, like, other Alolan Pokemon work, like Palossand, Passimians, and even, like, Primarinas, like, and Komalas. Like, they're so amazing. But something about Mimikyu, I think it's because my Mimikyu was paralyzed 5 turns in a row in one battle. And not to mention, I don't even get a single kill. Like, seriously, this Palossand lives with like 1 HP. That's completely bullshit. I know I can live 1 Shadow Ball, but that's not the point. Like, seriously, if this Palossand had died, I would still hang with such high HP, and I could probably sweep his whole team. But yeah, it's because I only have like 10% health left. Something is just gonna revenge kill me. At least I'm kind of glad this Palossand's dead. Speaking of revenge killers, he does send out his Ribombee, which is his fastest Pokemon in his team. However, I still do have Shadow Sneak, and I know for a fact Shadow Sneak cannot kill from this range. But I'm thinking, you know what, with Poison, I think Shadow Sneak might just be able to finish it off. So he does go for the Bug Buzz after getting hit by Shadow Sneak, and it will finish off Mimikyu. A little bit sad, Mimikyu died a little bit too early, but, you know, I guess Mimikyu punched a good hole in my opponent's team. Turns out this Ribombee has Life Orb, and then it will go down to Poison. So it's basically just Poison killing off Palossand and Ribombee. Like, Mimikyu didn't even kill off any of those. Now he sends out the Salazzle while I send out the Mudsdale. Keep in mind, both our Pokemon were fainted, so we're just bringing back 2 Pokemon here. So excellent lead for me. I am also Assault Vested, so I'll eat up any attack, and he will have to go into the Komala. The Bewear. See guys, this is why you should always bring a Flying or Levitating type. Like I have stated in my previous video on how I build my Pokemon team. So, turns out the Earthquake does around like 50%, right? So close combat should do slightly more. It's not stab, but it is super effective, but for some fucking reason it does less. I'm like tripping out here. You know, Earthquake has base 100 attack power with stab, it's like 150, but then you have close combat, which is base 120 attack, I believe, and then you multiply by 2, so it's 240 attack. And it still does less than Earthquake, so I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna go Toxapex though. Turns out he is actually choice banded, and he's stuck onto the return. Now I could brand the Celesteela, expecting the return. However, my Celesteela isn't a physical wall. Not in this one, at least. Not in this party. My Celesteela is a special defensive wall. So my best bet is probably just staying with Toxapex, honestly, and maybe hope my opponent will switch out. But he is pressuring me hard. His returns are doing like 45%, so I have no choice, just go for Scald. I really don't want to keep going for recoveries until my opponent gets a lucky critical. So I figured let's just go for that Scald right here, right now. And not to mention, I could switch out anyway if I wanted to grab that Regenerator heal. Now Salazzle is out. We did see that he does have Substitute, so I really did not want him to go for Substitute. I actually just stayed in, expecting him to go for Substitute, but he will actually just revenge kill me with a Sledge Wave. I'm very bummed out simply because I could have switched into my Celesteela to eat that. But that is okay. Now I'm gonna go to Mudsdale. It is Assault Vested, like I said. Even if the Salazzle has Fire Blast, I will definitely eat it. He has no choice to switch out. Again, he has no flying types, so he will not appreciate Earthquake. Like seriously, Mudsdale hits so damn hard, and Earthquake is one of the strongest ground type attacks. And honestly, if you're trying to play competitive 6-on-6 singles, you gotta have a flying type, or at least a levitating, because Earthquake is just so common. It's used by ground types, it's used by rock types, it's used by fighting types, it's used by dragon types. I live his Earthquake, and it doesn't even kill me. Let me show you what a real Earthquake looks like, okay? You're not even a ground type Komala. Sit down, relax, and enjoy this Earthquake. So down it goes, and my opponent now has 2 Pokemon left. The Sharpedo and the Salazzle left. Naturally, thanks to that Komala's Earthquake, this Salazzle can revenge kill me and finish me off. And I believe I have, after this Mudsdale, I'll have 3 Pokemon left. The Torkoal, Celesteela, and Hakamo-o, that's right. My Eviolite defensive Hakamo-o, which works really well. So I'm gonna go Torkoal actually. I am also Assault Vested. Yeah, I love Assault Vest, guys. I love Assault Vest and I love Eviolites. So I think I do have a comment question today. Yeah, my comment question today for my viewers is, what is your favorite competitive item? What is your item that you like to bring in battling? Personally, I think, yeah, it's either between Assault Vest or Eviolite. But please leave it in the comment section. I really want to know, what is your favorite item? Salazzle is not appreciating my eruption, okay? Like, even after harming me and cutting my HP down, honestly, this Salazzle is not going to appreciate a sun-boosted eruption coming from an offensive Torkoal. You don't see offensive Torkoals every day, so I think this is pretty cool. It kind of trips out people. He brings out Bruce, the shark, mostly probably a Mega Sharpedo, but before they do anything, they will go for that Protect, you know, to grab that speed boost. Fine, that's fine. I'm just gonna go for Solar Beam. It's easily gonna finish off this Sharpedo for sure. He really has no choice, honestly, and just go for a Mega Evolution this turn, and hopefully he can actually do something, because honestly, this Solar Beam is coming at you, Sharpedo, like no joke. He does go for that Mega Evolution, and he will go for that Waterfall, but keep in mind the sun is up, so water is weak. He does not get a flinch, and I'm gonna absorb all that delicious, nutritious sunlight and retaliate back with that super effective Solar Beam, and that will end, guys, that will completely end Bruce the shark. There you have it. Thank you so much, opponent. That was a fun match. If you guys even bothered showing up and watching this video, remember to answer the comment question today. What is your favorite item? Thank you so much, everyone. I'll see you guys next time.